Hello, boys and girls. Now, we've been talking a lot about spring this week because it is that season when all the beautiful blossoms start to come out and the little buds form on bushes and trees and on flowers in your gardens. And boys and girls, today we are going to do a painting of a cherry blossom tree. Now, when you're going to do this painting, we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to need a piece of broccoli, or you can use cauliflower. Now, I've chosen broccoli because I do love eating it, although I do like cauliflower as well. Now, broccoli is a very, very healthy vegetable, and it gives you lots of vitamins and nutrients, and it just makes your body really good and strong. So I hope you like eating broccoli just as much as I do. Now, I've got quite a big piece here. I don't think I'm going to need all of it. But before we get to the broccoli, we're going to use brown Koki, or you can use a brown crayon, or you can use brown pastel or paint, whatever you decide. I'm going to do my tree trunk and my branches with my brown Koki. Now, the trunk of the tree, helps it to stand firm in the ground, and it needs to be quite strong. And then off the trunk, a tree has branches, and some of the branches are quite thick and other branches are a lot thinner. So you can do a variety of different branches, some thicker ones and some thinner ones. And all we're going to do on our tree with our Koki or our paint or our crayon is the branches, and then I want you to color the branches in. Now, I think you're getting used to me now. We don't always get a chance in my video to finish the whole thing, but what you're going to do is paint or color in or use your Koki to color all the branches and the tree trunk of your tree. So I'm just going to finish up to here. Try your best to fill in all those white spaces. We want it to be beautifully colored in. You can also try your very best to keep in the lines. That would also be good. Do you see how I'm coloring all in the same direction? I'm keeping my pen going up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm not going scribbly scrabbly. I'm trying to do it as neatly as I possibly can. And of course, you're also going to do the trunk. Okay, I promised you I'm not going to do all of it, but you'll color in the trunk or paint the trunk, all the branches. Then you're going to need some paint. Now, you might have watercolor paints at home, and that should be fine. If you've got watercolor paints, I want you to first use a paintbrush and some water and just make the colors that you need very wet, so that when you use your broccoli to try and pick up some paint, it will come onto the broccoli. I've got some runny paint. Now, you're going to need different shades of pink to make this beautiful cherry blossom tree. I've also got white here. White's also a good idea. So I've got white, then I've got pale pink or light pink, and then I've got a darker pink. What I did was I mixed a very dark pink with some white to get this color. You can see some of the white in there. Now, this is quite a big floret of broccoli. I don't need all of this. So what I'm going to do is, if you take your broccoli like this, you can break off one of the pieces. I think that's a good size. Something about that big. Now, you can smell your broccoli. Oh, it smells lovely and fresh. And then if you look at the broccoli carefully, it's got all these little bumps on it. You can even touch them. They feel quite nice when you touch them with your finger. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to use this broccoli or cauliflower. If you've got cauliflower, that's also perfect. You're going to hold it carefully. Now, just like when we did the sponging activity last term, we're going to do the same thing where we just dab with the broccoli. We're not going to slide it on the paper. We're going to dab. Now, I'm going to start with some of this pale pink. So I put some onto my broccoli. Now, I don't want it to have too much paint on. So this is just one of those veggie or meat trays that I've cleaned. something like that. And then you're going to print and print these little cherry blossoms that are going to be growing on your beautiful tree. If you have a look, you don't need a lot of paint. Now what I'm doing is quite a bit of light pink first, and then I'm going to swap to some pale pink. Did you see I didn't even have to wash my broccoli? You just pop it straight in, and then some darker pink next to the pale pink. Look how beautiful this tree is looking already with these beautiful blossoms on it. And then I think I'm going to go back to a little bit more pale pink. You can do it however you want to. And you can add a bit of white. It's looking beautiful already. Now you are going to do your cherry blossoms on all your branches. Mine doesn't look so good because I haven't colored in these branches, but yours will be painted or colored in. And then children, you can even have a look in your neighborhood. You might have one of these beautiful pink blossom trees in your neighborhood, or maybe even in your garden. I don't have one in my garden, but when I go on my walks, I always walk past quite a few of these beautiful, beautiful cherry blossom trees. Now, what you can do is once you've done all your beautiful blossoms on your tree, of course, you are going to let it dry. Then you're going to take a photo and you're going to upload it onto Seesaw for me. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like. Have fun doing that, boys and girls.